Hi everyone, it's Alicia.
On my mind, satiated with hope and you were.
Right now I'm out here surrounded by beautiful woods in nature, and I feel like when we remove ourselves from the normal grind of, just going to the supermarket or just, continuing in our cycles, and we're able to sit in a place of nature, somewhere removed from the normal society that we're used to interacting with, it kind of puts us in a deeper place of introspection. And it's really beautiful to be in that state of deeper consciousness and of inner introspection and just looking inward to see what comes up. So easy in our society to fall into a place of anxiety and depression because of the amount of pressure that we put on ourselves. Like now in our society with social media and the internet, you have such accessibility to other people's lives, like celebrities, like people who you inspire and aspire to be like, and it almost puts this pressure on yourself where you're like, oh wow, like this person's like that, like I want to be the same way, why can't I be like that, And it's almost to a higher degree than it was before this technological movement. And even seeing things on the TV and media, and just like the way that women are portrayed in the media, and even with men too, it's like these high standards and expectations that are sort of like placed on pedestals for us to try to attain and reach for. And that was definitely part of what I had to work through. And for me, coming to a place of inner peace and really shutting away sort of all of that noise was a huge part in me dedicating myself to myself and recognizing my value and worth, and seeing that, just because I'm not exactly like this person, or just because I don't have these material possessions, it doesn't mean that I can't live a full life as a human being and that I'm not fulfilling my own purpose. And I think one of the first things when I was overcoming depression was that I started to recognize my own negative self-talk. And that is something that is so empowering and powerful, but it's not as easy as you would think. So really, to truly start this process, you need to first, like Eckhart Tolle says, to be an observer of your thoughts. So you start to sit there and in silence kind of contemplate, what it is that you're thinking, how it is that your mindset is looping its way around its perception of yourself. So you kind of look at yourself in a mirror and you're like, wow, like how do I really perceive myself? How is it that I'm looking and interacting with myself? And through doing this, you're going to start to recognize the different words that you attach to yourself, the different ways that you think about yourself. And when you start to recognize a negative pattern, then you stop yourself there and say, I'm no longer going to think about myself in this way, and try to transform it into something positive. For me, one of the things that I struggled with was self-worth in general. And I guess an example would be, like, I never felt that I was good enough to do speeches in front of people. And this is something that I worked with and practiced with over time. And I would tell myself continuously, like, I'm not good enough to do this speech, I'm not good enough to make this impact here, and I would get stuck continuously in that loop. And when I finally was able to really look in the mirror and recognize what I was telling myself, and started to re-loop my thoughts into thinking in positive ways, I would say, I am empowering, I am able to do this speech, I am able to inspire others, my words will come through, I trust myself. By changing my thought patterns in that way, it was one of the most empowering experiences of my life, and it made me recognize that if I'm able to change this, then I'm able to change so many other things about my life. And recognizing negative self-talk is definitely one of the first major things that you can start doing on your path to wellness and on your path to loving yourself more deeply. And I learned that in so many ways that we're never done learning how to love ourselves more deeply, like that it's always a constant progress, and sometimes that we might not even realize all of the things that we're doing to kind of hurt and harm ourselves. And it's so true when we say that that we can be our worst enemy, because we're truly the ones that are preventing ourselves from being our highest selves and from serving the world in the ways that we're meant to. If you're blocking yourself from speaking, from sharing your voice, then you're the only one who can overcome that. You are the true bridge to your voice to the world. So it's really about finding a place of acceptance, of finding a place of talking about yourself in a good way, and really recognizing the true worth and value in who you are. And yeah, I just wanted to share that message with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helped, and I feel like we're all on the journey to loving ourselves more deeply. So may the universe be with you as you continue to discover and love yourself more deeply. So don't forget to like and subscribe to tune in to hear more messages from me. I really look forward to sharing more with you guys, and thank you so much.